have stood in democracy. There are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Let's be honest. This isn't the show for the faint-hearted. We don't do PR here. We do truth. We don't repeat headlines. We interrogate them.
If it's power, we question it. If it's policy, we break it down. And if it's propaganda, we cut right through it. Every story, every voice, every fact under the spotlight. Because Nigerians don't need noise, they need clarity. So if you're tired of spin and ready for sense, welcome.
I'm Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Facts.
Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Ismian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. Welcome to a brand new week. Apologies for that little break in transmission. Something happened in the studio and everything went. Anyway, we're back and we are live. We're going to be talking today on the issue of elections. Of course, we all witness what happened in Abuja, the FCT, during the local government elections. I think there were by-elections also in River State, if I'm not mistaken. But most importantly, all eyes were on the FCT as the elections took place day before yesterday. We saw the build-up to that election. But most importantly, what's still fresh on the minds of Nigerians is the fact that the Electoral Act that was amended did not necessarily sit well with a lot of people, and questions continue to linger. And the biggest of those questions is, what does the future hold for Nigeria's electioneering process? And there's no other better person to have this conversation with than someone who's been very vocal in terms of good governance and what we're looking for to make Nigeria what we want it to be. I have never really sat down with Mr. Epelle before, but I'm so excited that he decided to join us on Hard Facts today as we talk about the future of elections in Nigeria. Jacob Epelle is the founder and CEO of TAF Africa. He's also a human rights activist, and he joins us live from Zoom. It's so good to have you join us, Mr. Epelle. Happy New Year and welcome to Hard Facts.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Happy New Year to you and to your listeners.
Lovely. Just as I was giving that intro, a lot of questions have gone through my mind, obviously. We're battling on the one hand, trying to plug all the loopholes that we have when it comes to our electioneering process. We're also trying as much as possible to get the young persons who are the majority of our voting populace to get interested in politics or even the electioneering process as it is. We're also trying to get the other people who have continuously sat on the fence because they do not trust the process to join in the elections. But it looks like we have lost almost all of those people with what has happened on the floor of the National Assembly. And I know that you are one of the people who have somewhat had something to say about it. So where do we begin to redeem and try to get these people on board? Because it makes our job look maybe a little much tougher. I don't know.
Well, the more we try, many of us in the space and a lot more other people, the more we try to repair the broken trust, the harder it becomes, bearing in mind the strategy that these crooked politicians are employing. And this is not for everybody. This is some crop of people, some group of people that are hell-bent on staying in power or nobody else. And so it's really relatively difficult, not that it's not doable, that we can restore credible electioneering processes and systems. It's just that the present crop of politicians, some of them, not all of them, are making it practically impossible for that to happen. And so, speaking on what, especially the just concluded FCT election, my podcast is about to go up. I started a new podcast called Democracy. And
that's a very apt title for it.
Yes. That's the satire. It's really democracy. That's what we're having, not only in Nigeria, across Africa. But what I just said today was FCT election is a dress rehearsal. It's like a premiere of what to come in 2027. They just did a test run of the kind of dangerous strategy that they are going to employ in 2027. And they are applauding it to have worked. And many of them describing it as the test of their template, which is not the template of true democracy and the template of Nigerians, but that's what it is. And we better embrace ourselves and get ready to either be on the side of this government or strictly against it. You can't be in the middle. You understand? And so
there are no gray areas going forward.
No. It's a very appalling what has played out, especially what is fast becoming the Wike machinery, and I think this government is giving him too much attention that he doesn't deserve. That's just what it is. These are non-democrats trying to play in the democratic space.
Interesting. Let me just push you further on Minister Wike there. He keeps on telling, and let's start with, the curfew which a lot of people spoke up against. He came out with a statement saying he doesn't do anything with the president's backing. So is this somewhat of a hanging a dog to give it a bad name? Because, Wike will not obviously be parading himself with so much power if he's not getting the backing of the presidency or the federal government. So, is he not somewhat shining the light of the presidency?
He is not shining any light that it have not been seen. Obviously, Wike is doing whatever he's doing, including what he's doing in River State, with the backing of Mr. President. And he's the one that tells us the thing that is supposed to be hidden or what they whispered. He's the noisemaker that drums it to the rooftop, So, but whether it's coming from him or the president, does he make it right? It is not right. They know that what they are doing is not right. And they're doing it irrespective of whatever we say or whatever happens. But I love history. History has a way of recording facts and will play it out for every one of us, And so whether he gets his approval from Mr. President or he decides to do it by himself, what is bad is bad. And that's exactly what he's done. So if he thinks that what he has done is good for the generality of Nigerians, why make an excuse where you get the permission to do it?
Interesting. Let's move away from Minister Wike. Let's talk more about our electioneering process. You've made mention.
You don't need to wait for him. He has said all that he needs to say. There's no need to wait for him.
Let's move away from him. Let's talk about what 2027 holds for us, because you've said already that corrupt politicians have taken over the system, and the litmus test for 2027 has already played out over the weekend. Where does that leave us? Because that's how I started this conversation. Where does that leave us? I, on the one hand, and my colleagues and journalists all across this country have our job cut out for us. And I still have people from 2023 who are still accusing me of getting them to go out and vote, and their votes did not count. That's a whole different kettle of fish. And we still have to convince them again this time around to come out and vote. What option are we giving to them? Is there an option, or are they going to be the option?
Well, the thing is that we are further deepening broken trust, and further scaring them away from participating in the electioneering process. And I want to use your very effective channel to say, look, guys, don't give up. What they are doing is a populist ideology they are trying to sell. They are trying to project a populist view and strategy, and that is to intimidate, scare, create voter apathy, voter intimidation, make fewer the number of people that will participate so that they can manipulate the system. The less interested we are, the more their strategy will work. And that's why we must not give them that room. As Christians will say, and I am very proud to be a Christian, will say, they said righteousness exalts a nation. How can righteousness exalt a nation if the righteous is not willing to take their place? So the point is, if we say, oh, let's leave it for them, it doesn't matter, Nigeria doesn't concern me. My friend, Nigeria concerns you, because there's no Nigeria without you. So what we need to do is to forcefully speak out, irrespective of what you think will happen to you. I have challenged them, times without number. You can't kill a dead man. I'm dead in Christ. So I will continue to speak truth to power respectfully, responsibly, but forcefully, so that tomorrow my children will say that I added my voice and tried to stop the wrath and drain the swamp, but maybe I wasn't able to do that. So nobody can keep me quiet. Yeah, the most you can do is throw us in jail. One day we'll come out. If we die for a good cause. So generally speaking, we need to, and this president must be concerned, because this president started as a Democrat, and right now, he's not showing that attributes of a Democrat. The push for one-party state has deepened. The push for state capture has deepened. And I really don't know where we're going. Now, here's my concern, and which should be concerning to him and everybody. If you push this narrative and become a winner takes it all, how about the credibility of your election? What would not just Nigerians, but those outside Nigerians, what would they say about the credibility of your
Mr. Epelle, do you think that the presidency is bothered about that? I mean, do you think, if they were bothered, we wouldn't see what's happening right now. But do you think that even makes the president lose sleep at all?
If it doesn't make him lose sleep, then he's not a leader. Listen, we're not talking about the reputation of an individual or a country or an office. We're talking about the character of that individual and that office. It's not about reputation. You can repair reputation, just like they burnt $9 million, if that's true, trying to correct the narrative of Christian genocide, So the point I'm trying to make here is that it's not a question of whether somebody is bothered or not. you should be bothered because you're representing not just your person, but the position and the position of the country, and that should give you concern. If your presidency is not recognized and legitimized, then you are a casualty to the international community.
All right.
And that shouldn't be.
All right, Mr. Pele, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back from that break, we'll talk about the fact that the likes of you who think that it's better to die for something than die for nothing or live for nothing, the crops of people like you are dying off. But we'll be back after the break.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
One cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
The heat of intellect rises again on Monday as four brilliant schools lock horns in the battle, wits and words. At 4 p.m., it's Rahmaniya Private Schools versus Laura Stevens Secondary School. A motion that strikes at the heart of Nigeria's democracy. Mandatory electronic transmission of polling results will guarantee free and fair elections. Then at 5 p.m., the sparks keep flying as Timi Comprehensive College faces Alberta Academy on the thought-provoking motion. Street children are society's failure, not their parents' fault. Who bears the burden, the home or the system? I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Join Femi Obonganios and me as two more schools advance to the round of 16 on Monday. It's the second regional tournament of I Beg to Differ Season 9 as the journey to the Nationals continues. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 schools, now 24. One winner, one grand title. The Champion of Champions. Supported by Obi Weezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ @nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
When you sprinkle, every meal feels so right. Taste flicker. When you stir, the color shines so bright. Taste flicker. When you serve, it's pure delight. Taste flicker. Taste flicker by Terra. The flavor you can feel.
From jollof to stews, from soups to sauce, Tastemaker seasoning powder makes everything taste so good. Sprinkle, stir, serve.
Tastemaker.
But why? No, see, say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal.
Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull holographic seal tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull rice, tasty rice, nourished you.
Mom's love is pure. Try it so you know she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stew nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra cubes. Come cook with Terra.
The heat of intellect rises again on Monday as four brilliant schools lock horns in the battle of wits and words. At 4 p.m., it's Rahmaniya Private Schools versus Laura Stevens Secondary School, tackling a motion that strikes at the heart of Nigeria's democracy. Mandatory electronic transmission of polling results will guarantee free and fair elections. Then at 5 p.m., the sparks keep flying as Timi Comprehensive College faces Alberta Academy on the thought-provoking motion. Street children are society's failure, not their parents' fault. Who bears the burden, the home or the system? I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Join Femi Obongani and me as two more schools advance to the round of 16 on Monday. It's the second regional tournament of I Beg to Differ Season 9 as the journey to the Nationals continues. I Beg to Differ Season 9. 32 schools, now 24. One winner, one grand title. The champion of champions. Supported by Obi-Weezy. For sponsorship inquiries, send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm or I Beg to Differ at nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the tournament of champions.
Good tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Smart Balance Rice Bran Oil is rich in gamma oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Good food, no worries.
Let me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for carton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
How do we make our cooking come alive, oh? Epelle. For that tasty meal where you like, oh. Epelle. I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh. Epelle.
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepper Terra.
Non-stop conversation, never-ending discussion.
All in one station.
Idle refineries scalp 13 trillion naira as NNPC admits waste.
Elections have to be free, fair, transparent. That is when people will be interested in the electoral process.
It's a tiny percentage of them that are our leaders.
People are moving to 5G and they are still sitting back on 2G and making noise about it.
Do you think that mandatory e-transmission of polling results would curb electoral malpractice?
Nigeria will move forward. I am not expecting anything from this on your mandate with Southern National Assembly led by Babylon.
It's Nigeria's station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
Yes, we are live from our audiovisual studios right here in Maryann Okon, Victoria Island, Lagos. This is Hard Facts, and we are talking about the future of elections in Nigeria. Jacob Epelle joins us live as we talk about it. Of course, most importantly, this is something that concerns us, not just in campaign season, but all year round, every single year, the 4 years before the election. Mr. Epelle, I wanted to ask a question before we went on that break, or I already had dropped it. The crop of people who fought for freedom, fought for democracy, who continuously speak up even when the government seems to be literally strangling them. They're like you, like Professor Patutomi and several other people, Professor Wole Soyinka. Those people, like you, are not going to be here for too long. But then who are the people who will pick up from where you leave off? Because that's the problem. There's so much brain drain. There's so much distrust, if there be such a word. There's a gulf, not even a gap, a huge gulf between government and the people. Who's going to replace you and your likes?
Well, I will sound spiritual. In the Bible, Elijah's mentality, where he says, I'm the only one who have not bowed down, and God told him, shut up, where you are. Just that vicinity alone, 7,000 have not. There's always people. Every generation, God will ensure that there are people that he will use to confront people. So there will always be people. It's just that the most important thing is what you do during your own time and how steadfast you are. And the fact that you do not and will not give up. The scripture says, don't be weary in well-doing. For whatever you sow, you will reap in due season. On condition, if you don't give up. The only thing you give up on is bad things, evil. You don't give up on good things. And I believe that this is a way of holding these individuals accountable, making our voice count, making our vote count, and we will continue to do that. And anyone, most of those people you have mentioned, who are probably listening to this, please do not give up. But at the same time, when you're doing this, be very careful how you trade, because it's easy to silence very vocal voices. You can be silenced by baits. You can be silenced by fear. You can be silenced by intimidation. So if you're not interested in their position, you're not interested in their possession, then they cannot ruin your purpose. So I think, strategically speaking, we will continue to do what we feel that we are called. I'm not doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I'm called to do. And so the call is greater than the failure or the intimidations and the fear. So any one of those people who are today listening to me, the likes of my very good friend, Professor Pat and Wole Soyinka, you've done great work. Even if you have any failure, you only fail forward. Get up, dust up, and get on with the job. And so when you want evil to thrive, you shut the mouth of good men. But the good men themselves must not be willing to shut their own mouth. When good men keep quiet, evil will thrive. That's why people like me are speaking up.
You made mention of the fact that what happened over the weekend was a premiere of what's coming in 2027, and they succeeded. So how do we match that? Because I'm going to tell you what my listeners will say. They have the police, they have the army, they own the court. There's nothing that's going to change. It's just going to be the same garbage in, garbage out. Is there a possibility of changing the narrative before 2027, or are we a tad bit late?
Yeah, we can. They can have everything, but they don't have you. They can have all the forces. They don't have your voice. You know, again, let me sound a bit spiritual. Proverbs 31, verse 8 and 9 is my inspiration. It says, open your mouth, speak for the poor, protect those whose right has been taken from. You know, and that's my inspiration. And so let them have all the guns and bullets and everything. You know, they don't have your mouth. Speak during your own time, but speak responsibly, speak respectfully, speak balancing your act. There are some good things that they do, which I talk about, but I also talk about the bad things they do. And I'm not afraid for anybody as confrontation. I always respect people, you know, but I don't fear people. However, it's important to say here that we only watch the premiere. Whenever you premiere a movie, sometimes it's more or less like a command performance, and somebody can pick out the holes and say, hey, this is not right. Don't do this. Don't showcase this. And then you go back to the theater production and correct. So we've seen the premiere, and those of us who have watched it are now beginning to talk about the strategy, the ills, the game plan. And as we say it, people are listening. As we say it, they are listening. And so if they want to play out a credibility question to the forthcoming 2027 election, let them continue. You know, today is no longer what it used to be. As you're handling this program right now, you know, presenting this program, and I'm your guest, is all over the world. So what you do local is no longer, doesn't stay local anymore, it's global. So, like I said, the true power of an elected official is credibility, is legality. When you are not legitimate, whether you like it or not, it will create problem for you, at least on a global platform. And that's what the elected official in Nigeria must not allow to happen. And the only way to for them to avoid it is to go for credible election and stop playing politics and ping pong.
Let me ask you a direct question, Mr. Epelle. Do you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is interested in free, fair, and credible elections?
Well, whether he's interested in free, fair, and credible election, he should be interested in free, fair, credible election.
But do you think he is interested? As we speak, with all that's happening within the electoral space and, of course, the political space, does it appear to you in any way that he is someone who's interested in credible elections?
He is. I can tell you that.
Is he?
Because he knows.
So why was he quick to append his signature and accent to that bill, even when Nigerians were saying no?
No, you can be interested in a clean proposal, or you can be interested in doing the right thing, okay, and still do the wrong thing. Because you feel and think you know that doing that wrong thing will lead you to the right thing. Sometimes they think that the best thing to do is to hold on to power by all means. And then when you get there, you start correcting.
Well, he is here. He has been president for the past two to almost, it's getting to 3 years. He's not done anything. And the only opportunity that's presented itself for him to do the right thing, he's not done it. Who's to say he's going to do it in the next 4 years?
Yeah, well, I'm not saying he's going to do it. I'm just saying that he wants to. He knows that this is the right thing to do. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a roadside guy. He's brilliant. He knows the right thing to do. And can I say it? I think he wants to do the right thing.
But he's not doing it.
He's been pushed by those who are giving him wrong advice. And I don't hold those people responsible, I hold him responsible, because a leader makes decision for himself after he has been advised. So it's in his place to either take that advice or turn it down. And in this case, he keeps taking the wrong advice. He was literally cajoled by these National Assembly folks to sign that thing into law, because I can tell you without mincing words, many of them are completely afraid that they won't make it back. And this is just the opportunity for them to sort of like harmonize their strategy to rig the election.
Okay.
Signing that thing into the law is to signing rigging into law. And I said it in a very strong statement that the president signed uncertainty, he signed manipulation.
Okay. I want to open up the phone lines because I've got barely 8 minutes to take calls. Lagos, the phone lines are open. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Post your comments on our live stream. Nigeria Info FM 99.3. You could join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 0809-5975805. On X, use the hashtag HardFacts. 60 seconds is all you have. Please go straight to the point. Thank you very much. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon, Lady Joyce.
My name is Maryann Okon for the last time.
How are you today?
60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point, please.
Yes, this is the Barrister Peter Oko. I'm calling from Maryland. Yes, my take on hard pass is that our fellow Nigerians should be ready to take back this our country from the politicians, because from every indication, neither the president nor the National Assembly is ready for a fair and free election. And therefore, we must conduct a 50 million man march to Abuja and take over this country, drive away the politicians into the bush.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Go ahead. Good afternoon.
Hi, Maryann. Good afternoon to
Yes.
you and your guest.
Yes.
Maryann, even your guest is unsure and is trying to be economical about his responses. Can a wrong turn lead to a right direction? The answer is no. From all indications, it's obvious that the incumbents and those in the House of Senate have circumvented this election and rigged it in their favor, even before the electorate decides to go out to vote. So whatever is playing out now is obvious to even the deaf and the blind man that the election itself has been rigged against the electorate. Need we say more? Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes. 60 seconds, please.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
Go ahead.
You see, Maryann, your guest has said it all. But what happened in Abuja on Saturday is a sign for everybody to know that there is more to come. They have premiered, like you said, they have premiered what they are going to do. So it is not left for the electorate, because as it is now, they've captured the judiciary. So that one is settled already. It is not left for the electorate to know what to do otherwise. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. 0201-277-0993 for the ladies. 0201-465-7190. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Utoma.
Go ahead, please.
Maryann, I tell you, Nigeria has entered final one chance. If Nigeria was like this, they would have been scrambling that they want to rule Nigeria. Look at the election, a show of shame. A show of shame. This man going up and down, we are going up and down to go and watch how they are being voted. Is he one of the INEC officers? Hey, only God know. Oh, I will still say it, only God knows how he will save us from their hand, though. Because this one, they don't beat Nigeria very well. They don't beat Nigeria. Oh. The money they don't have to give us to eat food, pay our children's school fees, everything. They're using it to buy food. Buy votes. Millions of millions, they said. to this morning on an interview that they have millions of money to buy votes.
Thank you very much for calling, Uzoma.
Where do we go from here?
Thank you very much for calling. I guess that's the question that Mr. Epelle is going to answer before he goes. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Yes.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
So you see, one caller called the other time and said a revolution is what we need, not an election, and I tend to want to go with that. Because at the end of the day, you want to vote, and your vote will not be free and fair. You can see all the schemings going on already. And then they're already telling us what they want to do. What are we doing? It's like your enemy already giving you strategy, what he wants to do. And we just sit down. We need to wake up and confront this thing. Because we can't come and be complaining that, election was not good. They've already shown you already what they want to do. Nigerians, we need to wake up and confront these people and say, this is what we want, and you must give us. If not, let's not complain. Thank you.
All right, Godman. I'll take another call quickly. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann. I greet you.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. This is Evangelist Johnson. I'm calling from your backyard here in Adiola.
All right, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I always applaud you because the type of people you used to bring to your program that understand what is going on. Like this man said, where are the opposition that can come outside and stand this administration? Don't we have opposition? Because sometimes I wanted to hear people that will come out and tell Nigeria what we're supposed to do to get back our country from wicked politicians, but no one. Look, we will talk about obedience. It's only Peter Obi alone can do this thing. He is the only one that will go around the whole country to run around for himself. It's impossible. Nobody to come outside and bring strong words and tell Nigerians this is what we are going to do next year to get to this country back.
Thank you very much for calling. I have to let you go because of time. Mr. Pele, I'm going to come to you now because our time is fast spent. Where do we go from here is a question that everyone's asking. Where do we go from here? How do we claw ourselves out of the hands of these oppressors and greedy criminal politicians who obviously do not care about, the future of this country? Where do we go from here?
We do have a destination, and we need to start the march to a destination. Most nations go through this. It's just that ours is taking too long. So one, we need strategic, effective, efficient, excellent advocacy. We need to raise even new voices. Some of the people that are called, my dear sisters, brothers and sisters, you need to start raising your voice. Don't ever think that what you just said on this program doesn't count. Over time, it will. Two, very strong, effective opposition. They are doing what they are doing because they are strategically infiltrating every opposition and weakening it to the weakest link. So what happened, for instance, in Abuja? There was no opposition. ADC is nothing. They had no structure, nothing. PDP is totally washed out and wiped out. So for this kind of situation, we need a very strong opposition. We need to also help NGOs, media. We need to speak and get involved in building a strong system, a strong institution. If we don't begin to hold those running this institution accountable and make sure that they are named by shame, we will have a very weak institution. Some of the presidents, some of the Western world presidents, that are not able to do any meaningful, dangerous impact on their country, is because there is an institution, there is a system. They can't break those systems. Some that wants to change the terms of their presidency and all that, couldn't do it because there's a very strong system, So we need to begin to do whatever we can in our own little way to build strong institution, So strong institution, and then finally, a very strong, very, very strong, bold media space.
Well, we're gradually getting there. We're trying our best, but we're not there yet. Mr. Pele, we're out of time.
I want to commend your station.
Thank you so much.
Because of what you're doing. Yes.
Thank you so much. We have to go. Jacob Pele is the founder and CEO of TAF Africa, and he's also a human rights activist. Keep doing the great job that you're doing, Mr. Pele, and thank you so much for coming on the show today. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Maryann. God bless you.
God bless you too. Well, Lagos, that's the show. Up next is I Beg to Differ. The kids are ready.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.